Today I'm gonna show you how to make this chunky pom-pom hat. For this project you're gonna need super bulky yarn, 10mm hook, scissors, yarn needle, and pom-pom. Okay, I want to talk about yarn, what I use specifically for this pom-pom hat. So it's from the Lion brand Hometown yarn. I love this yarn because it's so soft, it's warm and super easy to work with. It has around 129 yards, 118 meters, and it's just enough for one pom-pom hat. Also, this yarn is recommended for a 9mm hook, but I use 10mm hook. Okay, also about this pom-pom, I use the one that has elastic. I think that it's the best. I know that they have more kinds, but I think that with the elastic it's actually easy to attach to the hat, and it's a fox fur pom-pom, and I ordered it through the Amazon. Okay, and so for this hat I'm using color Aspen Tweed. It's the same brand, Lion brand, Hometown Skein, and yeah, absolutely love this one. So I guess we can just start it. So now we have to start with the slip knot. How I explain slip knot is that around my 2 fingers, I wrap my yarn around around 2 fingers. There's like an X shape, and I hold it with my thumb. With my rest of the fingers, I just hold it, grab my hook, slide it under the first loop, and grab the second one and pull through. And then I'll just, with the tail, I'll just pull it up, tie the knot and pull it up right to the hook, but not too much because we have to make the chain through it. So I want it to be like easier, so I just don't tie it too much. So for this pattern, we're gonna make chain 30. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we do yarn over, pull the loop through the chain, just like that. Alright, so now I have 30 chains, and let's start with the first row. So this pattern is made by half double crochet only in the back loop, but the first row is just the regular half double crochet. So how we do it is that we do yarn over, and now we insert the hook in the third chain from the hook, and these 2 chains will count as a first half double crochet. So now, like I said, third chain from the hook. So we don't count this loop as a first chain, but just from the hook. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I just do yarn over, insert the hook in the chain, yarn over, pull up the loop, and now I have 3 loops on my hook. So I do yarn over and pull the loop through all 3. So now this is my first made half double crochet, but this 2 chain, it's the official first half double crochet. So now I'm not gonna skip anything, and I'll just do half double crochet all the way until the end of the row. So again, we do yarn over, and in the next chain do yarn over, pull up the loop. I have 3 chains on my loop, yarn over and pull all 3. So now again, yarn over, and in the next one, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up the loop. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull all 3. So this is the half double crochet, and we're gonna make it this one until the end of the row. Okay, so now I have last 2 chains of my first row, so I'm gonna make half double crochets right here, 1, and in the last chain, and now we always, at the end of the row, we always make 2 chain, and then we turn our project. And because these 2 chain counts as a first half double crochet, so we're gonna skip this first stitch, and we're gonna insert the hook in the second one. So let's say if I would see my 2 chains and the stitches from top, so I would say 1 2 3 into the 4th chain, but no, regularly we would go right here, but this pattern we just go in a back loop only. So if I see the project from top, so I'll just go between this V shape and I'll go just through the back loop, and then I have 3 chains on my loop, yarn over, pull up the loop, and now I have my first half double crochet in the back loop only. And this is how we continue for the rest of the pattern. So again, only in a back loop, half double crochet. Okay, so now I have last half double crochet to make. Now it might be a little bit confusing because you can like, if you just look at that, you might think that is that you already made the last half double crochet. But the thing is that it's pretty that you can easily forget it. To make the last half double crochet in the second chain or the top chain of your turning 2 chains. So if you remember when we the first row, right, we had to skip 2 chains and insert the hook in the third one. So this 2 chain counts as the first half double crochet, so that's why we have to make the last half double crochet in the top chain. So just like that. And now we again, before we turn, we have to make chain 2. So once you get that, we have to make the last half double crochet in this second chain. So now we just turn the project, and now again we will make half double crochet in the next stitch, not the first one, because again these 2 chain counts as a first half double crochet, so we have to start in the second chain, or if I would count it, it would be 1 2 3, the 4th back loop. So again, I just insert the hook and make the half double crochet, and now we started the 3rd row. So, and this is my third row, and now you can see that it actually is getting to the shape of that pattern. And now how to count the rows. So now you can see pretty much this is the 1 2 3. It's pretty visible, you can see the lines, so you can see the rows pretty easily. This pattern, because this head, if I'm gonna just unfold it like that, it's gonna be in rectangle, and then we will sew 2 parts together and tie this top, and then we will attach the pom-pom. So as you see here, this is exactly what we just make right now. So now you can see, and this is my 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows, and in total you need 24 rows. But actually easier way, I think, is when you just count these top lines, and you know that this top line has 2 rows, like just beside. So I usually count just like 1 2 3 4, and then just times 2, and I have 12 of these, right? And it give you 24 rows. So yeah, let's just continue with this pattern, continue with this until you hit 24 rows. But of course, if you think that your head is smaller or bigger, you can just make it more rows, or actually more or less. It's up to you. I think this is kind of universal size, but you see, yeah, just that. And actually I would recommend to make the even number of the rows, and I'll tell you just right now. Okay guys, so now I am done with my rectangle with my 24 rows. So I want to show you how you can easily actually count it. So it's 1 2, right, just the top, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So it gives me 24 rows. Now why I would recommend to make the even number of the rows is because I won't have this tail, the beginning tail, on the right side or the other side, whatever it's your project's turn. And then on the opposite side, I would like to have the longer tail. So once you're done with your 24th row, I would cut your yarn. Let's say I make it like 4 times of this size. That's where I would cut the yarn. I have it a little bit longer, but I think that the four times would be just enough. And with this yarn, we will sew together this part just like that. Then we're gonna get this yarn right here, and it's gonna be perfect because I don't have to weave in this part just like yet, and this will be the bend. This is how we will bend it, and this is how we will tie it with this yarn, with this tail, and then we will attach the pom-pom just like that. So okay, so let's get started with the sewing. Of course, there are more ways how to sew this part together. It's either with your yarn needle, so you will just insert the yarn and you have to make like each stitch like just together, like just the just sew it together like as you know, and just put it and right all the way up right here. But because I want to avoid weaving or anything with the yarn needle as much as possible, I don't know, I just don't like it. We can do it with the hook, and I think that it might be also a little bit easier because you don't have to you don't have to worry about the needle just now. So now I like to have the longer yarn or longer tail just right on the right side, the right corner, and this is how we fold our rectangle. And now I will insert the hook in the first half double crochet, or in case right now, I mean the first half double crochet is the 2 chain, right? Because we this is like the turning 2 chains, but counts as a first half double crochet. So I'm gonna insert the hook in the top of the second chain, and also insert the hook in the first stitch, just like that. And now I'm gonna do yarn over, pull through. So now I created the loop on my hook. Now I will insert the hook in the second chain, or the next chain, and in the second chain on the other side. Again, yarn over, pull up the loop, and with the same yarn I pull through. So I'm gonna make the slip stitch. So let's do it again. I'm just gonna, let's do it again. Now again, in the next stitch I'll do yarn, I'll insert the hook, and also in the next stitch on the other side, yarn over, pull the loop, and with the same loop I'll pull through that loop what I had on my hook. So it's called slip stitch. So now I'm gonna make the slip stitch all the way up. So again, this is from the this bottom part, and now the up, yarn over, pull up the loop, and with the same loop I pull through. So this is how I sew the 2 parts together. Okay, so now I'm almost at the top. Now you can see that I have 2 last stitches of the both sides. So let's let's finish the sewing. So my last stitch now, and last in the, again, the chain, the 2 chain. Here we go. And now so again the slip stitch, and now before I do anything else, I just secure the project, so it's just like loop and pull through the rest of the yarn and tied it. And now it's time for the now it's the time for the yarn needle. So we won't avoid it all all the pattern, but at least most of it. So now we just we just attach the yarn into the yarn needle, and now we will go around this top part only until until this tail. Yeah, this is our tail. So until this tail. How we gonna do it is that we just gonna do it easily, like in and out, just like around. Yeah, just like, yeah, around, like in and out, all the way until our beginning tail. It's this one, it's the shorter one. Okay, now I'm just at the end of my round, and now like I'm that, so I just pull the yarn, so I will tie this top together. And before I do anything else, and that's also, I like to have this tail up too, that's why we needed to make the even number of the rows, is that before I will attach the pom-pom, and I just tied it up like nicely, I just make a regular knot with that, so I will secure it and it won't loosen, just like that. And now, because this side is the wrong side, like I mean this pattern is reversible, so it doesn't actually matter how in what side are you. And now I'm gonna grab my pom-pom, and I find the elastic, and I pull it like inside of the head, and now now I can feel, I have the elastic around my finger, so I know where I should actually insert my yarn needle. So now I'm right here, and let's say first I will insert the hook in the top, in somewhere. It doesn't, maybe usually like on the opposite side, into the head first, then through that elastic, which you cannot see, but I hope that you know what I mean. And then I will just, now it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but then I will just take the yarn needle on the other side again, and it's through the elastic. So now I'm let's say I'm gonna do it like 3 times. So again, somewhere on the top of the head, insert the yarn needle, and now I have to find the elastic. Okay, I found it. I pull through with the yarn needle, and again, let's say somewhere like here, I have to tie it, so I know that the pom-pom will be just right at the head. Again, this is I'm gonna do it last time, 3 times through the elastic, the pom-pom. Okay, and I just, yeah, right here. And now again, this tail is pretty handy. I'm gonna tie the knot, so I'm gonna secure it, the pom-pom there, and let's say I make like 2 or 3 knots. And this tail, so I have still plenty, so like I said, I think that 4 times of the size will be just enough. Now I'm just gonna weave in the end of the yarn, but not all of it, just yeah, now just gonna go back. Yeah, it's up to you, like how you're gonna feel about it, how much you wanna secure it or not. I'm not like that. It's gonna be inside of the head anyway, so I think that even if some tail will pop up, it won't be that bad. So then I just cut it right here, and the same thing I'm gonna do with this shorter tail. Okay, so now let's flip it, and we have our pom-pom chunky crochet hat. It was super easy, it's super fast. Also, actually, I forgot to mention that this is the sewing part. Like you can little like see it, but if I would go like around. I guess it's pretty like invisible, so you don't actually see the sewing part, which is great. Then I usually put my tag just right here, so and I keep that sewing part on the back of the hat, so it's a little bit like tricky. So I know that people will wear it like with the tag in front, and you know the sewing part is gonna be in the back. But as I said, like you cannot see it like on the first side, so you can just kind of feel it that it's a little bit bigger bump. Okay guys, so I hope that you like this video. Feel free to subscribe, and if you have anything, just let me know in the comments or write me on my email, and I'll be happy to be in touch with you. So have a great day.